Home ownership. For many Americans, it is the hallmark moment in life when you feel like you've made it. Organizations like Habitat for Humanity and the Fuller Center for Housing have been helping low-income families live that feeling in the American dream for years. Well, tonight, history is made here locally. For the first time in the nearly 60 Fuller Center homes built for your neighbors in need here in Shreveport and Bossier City, a homeowner has paid off their home in full. That's big. But even bigger is the young lady these now established homeowners say saved their future, even after her future was cut short. Almost 7 years ago to the day. How are you?
Hey, Doug.
Right where this front porch now sits.
We're probably standing close to our front porch, if I'm not mistaken.
This is where I first met Vernita and Charles Brown.
Here's the plans to our house.
It's where their dream was only beginning to take shape. Stakes in the ground across this empty Bossier City dirt lot. Long time no see. Life's good?
Hey, man, look, if we get any better than this, Doug, I wouldn't know what to do.
But on this day of reunions, a costly chapter in their life is about to be paid in full.
If you looked at my, let's say my resume, everything on my resume says you don't supposed to be here.
No, actually, it said we're supposed to be dead.
2, 3.
You see, long before dozens of volunteers raised the walls to their home,
We couldn't see past our addiction.
No. Our world was as big as our surroundings, and it was the hotel, and that was it.
the four walls of a hotel room were closing in on them by the day. The streets in an area of Shreveport known as the Bottoms ruled their lives. Until one day,
I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was done.
Vernita practically crawled out of the Bottoms with her former gang member husband in tow. Their first stop, the very place this Navy veteran, Charles, now works, the VA hospital. It's a recovery story this now VA counselor shares with other veterans.
And basically what I share with them is, whatever dumb mistake you think you made, I've already made it for you.
How a homeless ex-convict and his wife somehow pulled this off. Because you see, Charles and Vernita barely understand it themselves. How they were plucked from despair by the Fuller Center for the nonprofit's first ever home built in Bossier City.
I'm proud of Mr. and Mrs. Brown every time I pass by this corner. It's an example of where we want all of our communities to be.
This project was called Katie Build, in memory of airline high school student Katie Watkins, whose life was lost, along with two others, in an interstate crash in 2006.
It's just such a sweet reminder of the difference that Katie and the other girls continue to make.
Angela Fanner and her church, Asbury United Methodist, helped raise the sponsorship money for this Fuller Center build.
This is beautiful.
A build that required many volunteers to pull off. A build that Katie would have volunteered for herself. Instead, she delivered just the encouragement this group needed.
It's humbling to be a part of both a church and a Bossier community who wants to see hope happen in the world.
There's Katie.
A young lady the Browns still celebrate today, like a loving member of the family. A member they never had the pleasure of meeting or thanking in person.
Never met her, never known her, never would have known her.
The Browns know the Bottoms of Shreveport and Bossier City is separated by far more than just the Red River.
Nicest person I never met.
But for them, it was drawn a whole lot closer because of a young lady named Katie.
It's a cashier check.
God is good all the time.
Yes, he is.
All the time.
Yes, he
God
is.
is good.
And in 7 short years, Katie not only helped deliver the American dream to the
I'm going
Browns,
to mark it paid in full, and then I'm going to take it to the courthouse and have the mortgage canceled.
but she helped carry them all the way to the finish line.
Let's send it on balance.
Oh, yeah.
Their horrid past, and now their mortgage, a thing of the past, because their new life and their new dream is now paid in full.
To be here now, sane, sober, and safe. It's a miracle, dog.
And it has been fantastic knowing the Browns for the last 7+ years. The Fuller Center for Housing has built 58 interest-free homes for qualifying families. with all but 3 in Shreveport, but they're getting set to build a 4th in Bossier City. This one will be called the Emily Build. It's named after Emily Purdue, another one of the airline high school teens killed in that crash with Katie in 2006. This is her parents, Danny and Terry Purdue, standing on the very lot where that home will be built. First Bossier will lead the charge on this Fuller Center project. There have 2 Katie builds. The second home is right next door to the Browns home. They call those 2 homes Katie's Corner. The 3rd airline high school teen killed in that crash was Molly Reed. A Molly Build home was built in the fall of 2017, helping yet another military veteran. Asbury, along with the Simple Church, led the way in getting that home constructed.